the sound for everybody. And away we go here. So Mount Maria kicking off from left to right. It's allowed to bounce again, and it's almost coming through, and they're going to dive on it. There's bodies everywhere. Bats in the fullback, a dummy half. Dempsey, one of the tacklers. Back rower. That's Michael Russo. He gets across the 30-metre line here. Nil all 20-minute halves. Confraternity 2022, brought to you by CQ University here in Mackay. Harrison Carrara gets up and play it, and it's going to be awkward kick put away here. It's going to be taken in the end there by George Leishman, the prop forward. Gets tackled in the end there from Zach Foster. And now they roll through. Dempsey again. Gets across the 40, does Dempsey. Draws free, 4 defenders. They start to peel off. He's on his back here, so they've done their job here of Gilroy in defence to slow the play the ball down. As Lanner gets across the 30, he draws 3 defenders as well. One of those is Sean Maloney. Penalties, yeah, way too long. Way too long. So the referee says held. You've got a 1, 2, 3. Generally is a call from the referee to get off the player. I'll try and find touch in the breeze. Kick from right to left is the breeze. You can see that one. It gets about 10 metres further upfield here at BB Prince Stadium here in Mackay. Angus Neal with the best red-headed mullet you could ever wish for. Outstanding. Here's another big redhead goes for a charge here. This is Bradley Dempsey, and Dempsey will stand the tackle. Finally, he's put down on his back here. That's the second or third carry there for Bradley, and he knows he's out in the middle of a football game to the left-hand side. Ball back inside the lock forward there, and Anderson, and they were waiting for him. And under ball, Neil, dummy half. Lots of numbers, a long pass, just needs a catch and pass, and goes over and scores in the corner is Sheldon Bedford Parsons. And the first points on the board here to Mount Maria. Sheldon Bedford Parsons. So Mount Maria, after only 2 minutes of play, come up with the first 4-pointer in the corner here at BB Prince Stadium. Go through the team list while we've got a chance here for Mount Maria. Basham is at fullback, Sauer and Antiv Sevic on the wings. Jallett and Gordon in the centres. Thomas and Campbell in the halves. Leishman, Neal and Dempsey in the front row. Stout, Lanner and Anderson in your back row. On the bench, Watson, Chew, Robertson, Ablola, McIntyre, Hankinson. That man Sheldon Bedford Parsons starting. And Joseph Booksy, they coached by Christian Freed and Tahani Hunter. And for Gilroy, Santa Maria College, fullback is Matson. Wingers are Pryor and Skinner. Giolano and Johnston in the halves. Melvin and Timms are the halves. Foster, Scott and Gorey in the front row. Maloney, Russo, Harrison Carrara are the back row. On the bench, Bailey Caruana, Tenzin Cantor, Nicholas Maslin, Lachlan Coco and Roscoe Barra, and they are coached by Matthew Spinner. And also left out Kelly Tappan. Conversion unsuccessful. Score remains 4-0. So first points just after 2 minutes. And it was my great pleasure to welcome last year's Iona College maestro of confraternity, Father Michael Twig. How are you? Twig, how are you, Father Michael? Good to see you again, mate.
Thank you.
Disappointment after last year, unfortunately, because of COVID. It was shaping as another confraternity classic, wasn't it?
Confraternity is the only C word I think we want to be referring to today. No COVID anymore.
Exactly.
No, I think we've got... well, there's a lovely hit there. And
holy smokes, it's Bradley Dempsey. Crazy redhead.
And legal.
Nuts. Yeah, totally.
No, look, we disappointments among many people experienced stuff with COVID. We were custodians of the confraternity for a couple of years, 2020 and 2021, and and we kept its flame alive. And I hope, hopefully, we won't have to hear from the Premier at all. From this week, we just get to enjoy great kids sport.
Yeah, Iona College. Also, just quickly, as we see Mitchelton run up, you also hosted again a Host Plus Cup game between Wynnum Manly. I think it was the Sunshine Coast Falcons.
No. This year it was the
Pride.
Northern Pride. So for all the Pride supporters out there, it was a great experience again. But this is what have we got? Division 3 confraternity here, and who do we have playing? We have Gilroy Santa Maria and Mount Maria College Mitchelton. So we have some people who've travelled.
Yes, they have. Well, the game beforehand we had from Emerald and from Brisbane as well. So this is, from Warwick. And this game here between Mount Maria College Mitchelton, which is probably the closest to where I live, which is at the Gap in Brisbane, up against the Gilroy Santa Maria College from Ingham. So yes, they have travelled a fair way. But you got your fellows are playing a little bit later on, or not far away. Next game afterwards.
Yeah, Field 6 we're on with Field of Dreams out there, which is great, and we've got wonderful rugby league to look forward to. This is a fantastic precinct for those who are watching from home. Everybody's able to be supported and looked after, and all the players are going to have hopefully a wonderful experience.
Yes, as you said, the flame is still alive here at confraternity. So dummy half here goes Neil, the red-headed Neil. Takes the tackle. And they go through again. This time it's Hankinson. Yeah, it is good defence. It has been shy ever since the girls' game here at 8:40. It's just been big hit after big hit here. Double pump here comes out the back here for Campbell. Campbell trying to get through there. He's tackled by his opposite there, and Timms.
Well, some of these kids, this is what wakes them up in the morning.
Yeah, totally. See how they go tomorrow. Here he goes again. Angus Neal, the lock, the red-headed hooker, and it's going to be a penalty. Holding down the ruck. Didn't get 10 minutes in the bin there, not like last night, but anyway, I don't want to harbour on that too much here. But Mitchelton, again, we've been looking to the right-hand side for most of this game.
Now, this is a much better rule than the 6 again, because at least they know what he did wrong and he could set themselves again. I think that 6 again rule, not just annoyed Queensland, I think that rule is 4 times in a row without necessarily getting a penalty out of it and then send off 10 minutes. I'm
not really sure on the rules here, if there is a 6 to go or if the scrum can be set in the middle of the park. Do you have a choice? Start from dummy half. He goes over and scores. As Angus
he's held up.
The referee's going to have a look and he's going to award the try.
Fantastic effort.
So Angus Neal, the fire, he's got a fan club here too. I don't know, it's a completely different college, but anyway, they're very happy with Sam getting across the chalk. He's a crowd favourite. Might be the mullet.
Well, the mullets are certainly in fashion at this carnival, there's no doubt. And there's particular brands of them depending on the region you're from as well. Growing up in the 80s in the suburbs around Wynnum, we had a different mullet for each suburb, but now there's some general looks. But these kids have worked really hard. They've had, pandemic-interrupted schooling, and these sort of experiences are fantastic. There he is, look at that. He worked hard for that try.
Had to roll over in the end. Well, Father, I did not know that about mullets.
Absolutely.
You brought some insight into the commentary box. Some intelligence.
Well, they're not gender specific now either. There's sharing of those. So, and the weather's been beautiful today for those who are watching from all the different parts who are tuned into this game. The weather has turned it on beautifully so far for us.
Well, last confraternity, that'll be part in Bundaberg. Over nearly 500,000 people watch confraternity games.
Oh, wow.
There you go. So it's a big following because it is a statewide. Everybody can't travel. Some people are not keen on travelling either. I know when I got to the airport, I didn't even realise you had to wear a mask. So it's still with us here. But so some people happy to stay at home, and well done to the confraternity committee to provide live streaming of all games on all grounds, all carnival. And this one here on Field 1, the only one with commentary. So those of you who have got a little bit of insomnia, tune in. Should they be nodding off in no time?
I have to tell you, there's a fair bit of crowd support here for teams that are not necessarily playing. So for all those families at home, he's just missed it.
He's hit the goalpost. Yeah.
For all those families at home, your teams have got support from multiple schools. People are just genuinely enjoying good sport, and they're particularly fond of the mullets. It would have to be said.
Yes, exactly.
They've got their own little cheer squad going here.
But just as the head of the school there. Is it frowned upon the mullet?
Yeah. Well, certainly, I think each school's got its own standards,
yeah, okay.
and each makes its decisions.
Okay.
Ours, given a choice, we would have I don't know what the collective noun of them would be, but a modicum of mullets. But here's
back. Yep. Anyway. Well,
and we are halfway through the first half. Would that be your reading of it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So Mount Maria, they lead 8-0. They've had all the footy. They've had all the field position here. So they need to really muscle up here at Gilroy Santa Maria College from Bingham. They haven't had a lot of football. That's a good shot there coming in from Lachlan Coker.
Ooh.
Quick play the ball here. Neil away he goes here. He's going to be... Well, I thought he was going to get absolutely poleaxed. Now, the referee that played the advantage there, he was mark a defence.
He doesn't mind taking the hits either.
No, Kelly Tappan, but I'm going with a name like Angus Neil. And red hair, he'd be of some sort of Scottish descent, and they're unbreakable. The redheads, every side has got a redhead for mine, always seem to dominate in the aggression department.
They may have had to have some practice at that over time.
Here we go. Here's one again. This is Bradley Dempsey. Dempsey, not for the first time, takes 3 or 4 defenders with him. Neil at dummy half here. Short ball charging onto there. And there's Adam Robertson, and Robertson gets 10 metres out from the try line now. He's 8 out.
That's a good run.
Totally. He's getting close to the try line. Here they come again, Mount Maria. They got numbers to the left-hand side. They just put it through the hands here. It's with Campbell. He puts it over into the corner. The defence is too good. Is it strong enough? Driven dead in goal. No, short. Crazy. Neil from dummy half gets the offload now. The tackler there is Russo. Neil again. Watson. They put it through the hands. Here they come. They got numbers. Catch and pass, and try time.
Gilroy defended well, but that was beautiful passing. Sideline to sideline, right across.
Well, they were so close in that left-hand corner.
They're certainly getting everyone involved.
Yeah. If you pay your match fees, you've probably well and truly got your money's worth there. So, try in the right-hand corner. I think it might have been Andersevic. We'll just check the replay. See in the background. So look at this. Just as you said, Father Michael was just catch and pass, and it is that man. Sorry, Jacob Sayua gets the try there for Mount Maria. So they've gone out to a 12-0 lead now. There's a kick to come.
The spring in the step as well. They look here and about.
Well, a lot of these players probably play in the West Brisbane catchment area for either the Orana or at Purtell or even at Franklin Oval. So they're no strangers to rugby league. But as a collective, as you know, you're trying to bring them all together and play to the one song. He's kept that low and flat and converted. Good strike. And that's into the breeze. I think that might be only the second kick that's been converted. He's pretty happy. He acknowledges the crowd. And so Samuel Lanner has got 1 from 3, and the score is 14 points to 0.
There's a significant number of support staff with each school here too who are working really hard to keep them motivated. Obviously, Gilroy Santa Maria's got a good different message to keep them on their feet and keep supporting them. That's one of the great things about Confro is people will keep being supportive and aiming for that respect.
That's a lovely AFL catch underneath the crossbar here. So they need a force in there here to Gilroy Santa Maria College. They've had no footies. I've mentioned several occasions because this man Sam Neal and his forward pack are running up the middle, and they're getting good quick play the ball. Referee has allowed that. There was a penalty early in this game because of holding down. So there's a break down the left-hand side. Here they come now, Mitchelton High. Mount Maria, I should say.
We haven't seen Mitchelton High here for a few
years.
years.
No. At Mitchelton, that's where my mistake was. Neil's a dummy half from a 40-10 in from the far side, waiting for a play. The ball is a bit gingerly. Ball nicely picked up the end there by Thomas Dowd. He'll get up and play. The marker of defence is not quite ready. Slow footy at the moment. end over end. Picked up at the back there by Matson. So Mount Maria, they'll now have to defend. Let's see if they can get out of their own end here, Gilroy Santa Maria College. They've got the breeze at their back. They need to get to our kick and turn around. We saw in the previous game Father Michael, with a lot of kicks were early in the tackle count, trying to get the wingers napping. And here's a penalty relieving one here for Gilroy Santa Maria College, and hopefully they can get a few metres with this kick with the breeze at their back.
Yeah, some of those defenders will be enjoying a little bit of attack now.
But like I said, it's in the previous game was kicking early, even the side with the breeze in their face, just to see if the wingers were asleep and get a few more metres while the chasers came through. So very important. This will be a restart. 12 metres short, 5 minutes short of halfway. It'll be Bailey Caruana. There's a couple of Caruanas out there. Harrison's another one, and wearing the number 13, but in the meantime it's going to be Zach Foster. And Foster, good carry here. Here they come now, Gilroy Santa Maria College. They're 35 metres out from the try line. Let's see what they can do with the ball in hand here. They got a back line to the left. They're going to use it. It's with Bailey Caruana, and that's going to be knocked on. So play on, says the referee. Play the advantage. It's going to be with Basham. And it's just a coach killer, isn't it? The handling errors, and they're unforced errors as well.
Well, completed sets are certainly the criteria.
Well, as we said, like last night, then there's going to be a knock-on, so fortuitously here for Gilroy Santa Maria College. They'll get a scrum feed on the 30, but like I said, whether it's confraternity or state of origin level, if you haven't got the footy, you don't win a game of rugby league.
No, it's very difficult. There's not many ways to do it.
No.
You're not going to rely on intercepts all the time. It's obviously rare.
It wasn't a great weekend of Origin. Unfortunately, the women going down on Friday night as well. But as Queenslanders will bounce back.
For those who love their blue, I think they thought it was a very good weekend.
Great weekend. But we've spoken about some players who've actually played in confraternity, gone on to play State of Origin as well. So there's certainly a pathway there.
For New South Wales or only for Queensland?
Hopefully for Queensland.
Yes.
If they do go across the border, well, so be it. As we see Matson take the first carry. Now, this is a quick play the ball here. The dummy half is sort of half asleep here. He's going to take the carry up himself. William Melvin. And Melvin, 18 out from the try line. Dummy half now is Timms. Gets a forward runner charging forward, and Zach Foster. And Foster,
strong field position.
Exactly. 15 out. They've got options left and right here. They go to the right here. They're going to throw another big forward to the line here, and it's a big fella, Kelly Tapham. And Tapham's only 5 minutes short. Neil, the tackler. Darfin, dummy half, just has to go himself, trying to get through there. Another redhead's in the way. The referee's going to award the try.
Good man.
Harrison Watson tried to stop the player from coming through, but he wasn't able to hold him up long enough.
He had some work to do when he got to the line. He could dart and then had to work to do, and did it.
Funny what happens when you got the footy. Hey? Field position, that was a good effort.
Anyway, Max, the line speed off line's got to be better.
This conversion right on half time to bring it back within 8.
That'll give them some lift at half time. When they get the ball, they become dangerous.
We see this is Tappan. It gets within about 5. And it's William Melville, number 6, sees the gap here, drives forward here. They try to hold him up here, but he spins out the tackle and goes over and scores a try right in front of the nose of the referee. And so that's a good try from the number 6 against the forward pack there. And like I said, unfortunately, Watson was able to stop him. So conversion, quite important. Have you been to Mackay before?
This is the very first time,
First
he's missed it. Very first time, so it's a bucket list moment to see parts of Queensland. So it's I've been doing a fair bit of walking around just to get myself bearings, and it's a beautiful, beautiful place.
Well, it is. If you so you can see the players coming up to your left is Harrop Park. There's 3 cricket fields over there. All have lights. There's a golf course over there. They've played first-class cricket over there. The Heat have played up here, and obviously this is the home of the Mackay Cutters, who are in the Host Plus competition, along with their Colts and Mel Meninga and competitions as well. So it's just a sporting capital.
This is the final minute of the first half underway.
So see if they can just complete the set here, Mount Maria. If they can do that, they'll be buoyed what they've done with the footy in hand. Here he goes. Again, the big fella, Zach Foster. He's been strong in every carry he's had so far. He runs into his opposite number 8 and Jordan Leishman. Oh, big contact here. Hello, wall. Runs into a white wall there to Sean Maloney, who'll get up and play 8 short of halfway here. Good defence here from Mount Maria. It's probably why they're in front. There's the hooter, and that will be half-time. And so we have a scoreline 14 points to 4 in favour of Mount Maria College. We'll take a break here and we'll wait for the second half to get underway. We'll be back very, very soon.
Thank you.
Since 1975, Stratis has been getting the footy player ready for the game. Today, Stratis is evolving.
It's a new era.
It's a takeover to athletes of all sports.
No matter what you play.
Basketball.
Rugby union.
Soccer.
Netball. Rugby league. AFL.
Cricket. Touch football.
Stratis has you covered. Gear developed by the player.
For the player.
Families need to be engaged in their children's education because it is what makes a difference to their learning. 60 to 80% of the success a child has at school is what happens at home. Parent leaders in schools are crucial. This is something we can all do to improve learning because it's about every parent and every child.
Second half about to get underway here between Gilroy Santa Maria College from Ingham up against Mount Maria College from Mitchelton. 14 points to 4 is the scoreline. And tries in the first half there to Sewer, Neal and Bedford Parsons. And just before halftime we tried to William Melville. So we're about to get underway. Second half, 20 minutes and no stoppages. Father Michael Trigg from the Iona College, joining myself, John Devine, here for Confraternity 2022, field number 1. Remember, all games are being live streamed. Just check out the website and the Facebook page. You can watch whatever game you like. Updates, go to the website, check out the draw. It's all there at your fingertips. And hopefully you can sit back and enjoy some rugby league. If you're not here, if you are in the Mackay area, please come down and watch some wonderful rugby league. You won't be disappointed. There's a good charging run there and a nice little hip toss. Russo, the tackler. It's that man Dempsey again. So as a half-time coach or inspirational speaker, Father Michael, what would you have said to the Gilroy Santa Maria College? They would have taken a lot of heart out of that try late in the first half.
Well, I would have given them some confidence that holding the ball and completing sets, they're right in this. And I think they've had some good defence as well. But they come up against a strong opposition. They're trusting their systems and their processes. I think first scorers here will tell the tale of the second half.
Oh, big contact come through.
How do you do?
Dempsey. I told you got a redhead out there. You've got
Welcome
yourself
to the
some
second half.
carnage. But you're right. That's it's a simple game, rugby league. You hold the footy, you complete your sets, get up around that 85% completion rate. You've got a long way to scoring a win. There's another big shot there.
Fire. He's 2 from 2 this second half.
Dempsey, he's a mission. That's play on. And everybody's on side. So here we go again. It's with Mount Maria College. Like I said, they lead 14 points to 4. It's a half-time score. Robertson gets across the 40. Neil, they got a lot of numbers to the blind side here, the grandstand side. Here he is now, Dempsey. Takes it himself, runs over the 30-metre line. Good, quick play of the ball, the 2 redheads. Neil, he's another one going for a charge now. It's Leishman. And Leishman is unleashed. He's looking for an offload out the back. He's going to take the tackle. And a good one there from his opposite number there, and Zach Foster. To the right. They've got numbers. If they can get it out here, here they come. Hangs onto it himself there. There's Hankinson, and he's going to take that tackle 12 metres out from the try line. Still a couple of tackles to go here for Mount Maria College from Mitchelton and Brisbane. So they've travelled a long way. That's going to go backwards, and a yucky end of the set of 6, and that'll be a change over to Gilroy Santa Maria College, who've also travelled even further, I would assume, Father Michael, from Ingham.
Well, my belief is it's about a 6-hour car ride. Maybe I've got that wrong, but I think Mitchelton might be further away from here.
Yeah.
But, both have travelled, there's no doubt.
Well, 6 hours from here.
6 hours from here, I think, could get us to Ingham.
Okay.
That'd be my guess. But my knowledge of Queensland driving is not noted, but Google Maps helps.
I suggest you do it in 5.
Oh, no, you have to be very sensible. It's better than
Wind of the hair. Zach, Braden Scott. They've come from all corners of Queensland here.
I was out to the outside fields watching some great games out there and great support for all teams.
What's a trainer to get off?
Trainer.
Really? There's no stoppages for play. I think we could probably roll on and let everybody have a drink. But anyway, these referees are also under tutelage as well, trying to prove their skills. So if that's the rules, so be it. Michael Russo will take that tackle. Keeping it alive here. Matson puts the kick over. I don't know whether the breeze may have actually slowed down a little bit, marginally, if anything. As you see Brody Campbell take that first hit up to the 30-metre line, but certainly not as breezy as we're reminiscing about Bundaberg. How windy it was there, Father Michael. I don't know whether you were up there for that one in 2019.
It's the one carnival I missed, unfortunately.
Oh.
I had to do it. Well, I had to do a wedding in New York, and the choice of York and Bundaberg, it was a legitimate choice to be fair, but I had to miss it, unfortunately. But certainly the replays and also the video showed just what an incredible win there was. Are people able to watch these games again later on this evening if they've missed it now?
I would think so. You can just scroll back through the pages and find the game you want. So yes, you can be able to watch them back. But yeah, it's a breeze sincerely help. I actually kicked the 40-20 when I was up there in a before game play, saying that I was challenged that I couldn't do it, and I did. But mind you, I did have a 100-goal breeze at my back. So
the story should just be completed that you've done it.
Yeah, exactly right. It's in my bucket list as well. So here they come again to the Mount Maria College in white. 25 out. That's a flat ball going into the hands of Jordan Leishman, and Leishman still going, gets the offload. They're keeping it alive here. Mount Maria, 5 out from the try line. Neil's a dummy half, goes himself, short ball, try time, and over he goes and scores. And they do it easy in Adam Robertson.
Weighted possession, pressure, Every player was under pressure there.
Exactly right, and you're spot on. It's weight of possession.
That first score after half-time will give them a great lift, and there's no doubt that was on the back of some really strong defence and then wonderful attack. I'd say they'd be pretty pleased with themselves.
Needs a replay here for Struddies there.
It was a bit thin on the ground by the end.
Jack Johnson throws his head back to number 4. Can't believe it.
Giving their number 10 a bit of a rest. I think he's definitely earned that. That is a massive 5.5 minutes that he put in there. Rightfully being congratulated.
We spoke about this in the previous game, Michael Crutch and I, the use of the bench. Because there's so many games and you've got to manage your plays, but if the scoreline's tight, you've got to really stick to your main players, haven't you? You can't give them a rest. At the moment, you can see Mount Maria, they're leading 18 points to 4 with a kick to come. They probably have they do have the advantage of resting players because they'll play again this afternoon. Whereas Gilroy strikes that nice and the conversion successful. 20 points to 4.
I believe they've taken away the 1 point rule for winning a half. They used to have a rule for that. My understanding is they've taken that away, which I think probably does give more weight to not necessarily having that major team on the field the whole time to manage your week. You're not chasing those halves now. You're chasing the result. My understanding, I could be incorrect, but that's what our team was led to believe.
We'll have a look. Michael Crutch will know all about that when I see him next time, or young John. So
apologies if I've got that wrong, but I believe that's correct.
It could be fake news or it could be real. Not too sure. But nonetheless, player management, you've got to look after these players considering they've got to play 4 games in 2 days. As we see Mount Maria, the next man, Sam.
So they're playing a total of 6 games for the week, is that correct?
Yeah. Angus Neal is one player that's still out there. And perhaps more if obviously you make it to the final.
Well, I think everybody gets a game all the way through, don't they? Or
yes. So there's pool matches today and tomorrow,
yep.
and then they split out.
Yep.
So all the information.
But I think they keep playing for 11th and 12th and 13th and 14th, because I remember in our first years back into the competition, we were playing in those lower playoff positions.
He's touched that, so everybody's now on side here. Matson, and he'll take that tackle out from the try line. So some Mount Maria College fans in the stand, very happy with that situation they found themselves in. Mount Maria from Mitchelton in the western suburbs of Brisbane.
But they're certainly keeping the pressure on.
They've got to do this now. Gilroy, Santa Maria College, they need to throw it around here. Dummy half's a little bit late to get there. A bit of a juggle from the first receiver there in Matson. Still on the 20-metre line. That's the third tackle. Shift to the left-hand side. And again, the contact's solid in the middle of BB Prince Stadium. Last tackle now, so they're 28 metres out from the try line. Good defensive set here from Mount Maria. That kick's going to only get to the 40-metre line. It's going to be taken there by Leishman. Starting to flirt with the sideline. Dummy half coming in now as Bedford Parsons, a try scorer. He goes to run himself, runs into the 15 and Tenzin Cantor. So they're trying to rumble up through the big contact coming from Zach Foster. He gets away from Zach Foster. Still going in the end there is Samuel Lanner. He's already got he's a goal kicker. Neil, a dummy half. Finds a big unit, goes over and scores. That might be Samuel Lanner, the number 12. The man who said there's a goal kick, comes up with a try. And that pretty much puts the contest to bed, you would think.
It is a dominant performance. They have certainly not rested since half-time. That is an impressive 10 minutes.
And the half-time speech can certainly be a motivational one.
Yeah, that first score after the break was going to be important, and they're going to.
Said that, yeah.
They've capitalised on. I think their defence, keeping the Gilroy Santa Maria team camped down in their forward.
And the breeze helps, of course. Obviously, that defensive set leading up to that there, Father Michael, where they trapped them on the 28-metre mark for their fifth tackle kick, and into the breeze is always going to be a tough ask to hold them out that far with so much weight of possession.
It'll be interesting to see how Gilroy Santa Maria approach this last 10 minutes. They've got a whole rest of the carnival week to still get ready for. This one's got away from them. They wouldn't want to let too big a score pile on. Equally, they've got to prepare themselves. And converted.
Yeah, exactly. And very important, 26 points to 4 now, still with 10 minutes remaining. So are you nervous about your lads this afternoon? Or
I get nervous no matter what the situation is.
Yeah, first up.
I am a Catholic priest, so I am a parent of none, but a father of 1800. So I genuinely do get nervous, and I just, like most people, want them to achieve some of the goals they've set themselves. And yeah, but I'm a bit nervous. We're playing Rockhampton Grammar, which is a former winner of the competition, or certainly a finalist. So
the boys performed very, very well last year.
We kept improving. We got to 6th place last year, which was before it all finished. But this is a new year, new teams. But the ones we got out here, did we know how these teams went last year in their games?
I do, but I don't have it at hand here. But have you got many fronting up from last year?
Yeah, about 5 or 6, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, about 5 or 6. Have the largest number of Indigenous players in our team's history, so with 5 players, which is very, very happy with that. And that's just through local people feeling confident coming to the school.
Wonderful.
And looking at the endeavour, there's certainly Gilroy Santa Maria are still trying very hard.
Here's a chance for the halfback to go through, and Samuel Timms gets the offload there, and Sean Maloney goes over and scores a try for Gilroy Santa Maria College. They got the footy, they can do something with it, and they've done it by putting a 4-pointer on the board. Well done.
Absolutely. That's getting up off the ground again. That is changing the story. Well done.
Yeah, Samuel Timms makes the breakthrough. They held off him. The little fella turned a little gap into a big gap. And good support play there from Sean Maloney on the inside, and he was able to go over and score a wonderful rugby league try. But they want to try and get this kick in as quick as they can as well and get a restart right in front. This might be one of the rare goals that'll be kicked into the breeze.
You just remind everyone at home, how many minute halves are there?
The 20-minute halves.
20-minute halves, yeah.
Unlimited interchange, no time off. The finals there will be with time, and the final, and they're 25-minute halves, and then the final itself on Friday will be 30-minute halves. So it's a long week, and the conversion is successful. So 26 points to 10. Half-time score, remember, being 14-4. Just double check on the on whether there's a points for a half win. Crowd starting to really build here at BB Prince Stadium, but every ground's within walking distance. So like I said, if you want to come down and watch some rugby leagues here all week, Wednesday we have a break. Everybody gets re-sutured and re-iced, and
there's plenty of people who are former students of many of the schools here who've come along not only to support their own kids.
Not back in the in-goal area there by Cantor. And the airport was packed yesterday when I flew up, and I'm sure it was this morning. And
yesterday they calculated that there's $10 million worth of investment to Mackay as a result of this tournament. I'm not sure how they exactly calculate that.
How do they calculate
well,
that?
It would be hotel rooms used, it would be catering services, it would be a whole range of things. A lot of meals obviously needing to be bought, and accommodation would be a significant factor, you'd imagine.
Catch and pass, no finds touch, and unfortunately for Gilroy Santa Maria College, there'll be a scrum feed here for Mount Maria on the 20-metre line. But these are all calculated, obviously, when they go to the budget to well,
this is some of the reasons why some of the local governments get involved, although confraternity has tended to not get a whole lot of government support over the years, and that's, I think, something going into the future that agitation or some lobbying could increase, because there is no doubt there's an economic and social benefit to it. I know our area was the first time we'd hosted confraternity, and even though we only had the sort of the shortened carnival, there was a lot of local interest, and the people of Mackay have. Look at this.
Yeah, there's no business houses up here. They would have suffered over the last 2 years, so they'll be certainly grateful to have this carnival here. You see the referee called held, and
A bit of self-discipline there, some self-control.
And the referee wants to...
A little bit of slowing things down a little bit, which is good for boys at this age, just to go through that thought process. That was very good of that team, mate. Just giving him a bit of a calm reminder of what it's all about.
This is the game. Neil from dummy half trying to spin away through there, the little fella.
He's done that once before. He could back himself again.
Yes, they were awake to him this time. This time, no, they weren't awake, and the dummy half will go over and score here.
Oh.
Is he going to say no? He's lost it. Or has he got in between?
Saying something about a penalty, I think. Here.
There is a penalty, and I don't know whether it's because he ran around his own player, but he's running from dummy half. So unless there was a obstruction in there somewhere, not too sure. But anyway, this try's been denied. So Assumption breathe a sigh of relief.
I have to say that Mount Maria were not terribly supportive of that decision. It's the question, but then got back into play.
Yeah, so I know that I've been involved with the Bulls Masters Carnival, which goes around the state, and towns lobby for that because there's 12 teams that come from all over the state to play a youth carnival, and there's a country challenge carnival as well. So there's always opportunities that sport brings to communities. These ones are doing stuff, and regional ones at that. I'm not sure where it is next year, but
well, St Lawrence's are hosting next year in Runcorn in southeast Queensland. There,
Zach Foster, across halfway.
And I believe there's a number of schools trying to still gain entry into the Confraternity Carnival, and they're going to have to make some decisions, I would imagine, with more teams understanding the benefit of this competition.
And a little knock on there from Gilroy Santa Maria College. Well, that's right. It's getting kids out in the park and playing a team sport.
I think what's particularly beneficial about this tournament is one of the great aspirations of the teams is to win the Spirit of the Confraternity Award, and that's being disciplined and respectful, and any team in the whole competition can win that from Division 1 through to Division 3. One year we gave away one penalty and didn't win it. That student was spoken to quite. However, you can give away no penalties and still come up short. So it's great aspiration in junior sport to have respect as a key value.
So dummy half. Scrum win. No look pass. Heading to the try line. Away he goes. Fresh set of heels. And Joseph Brooksby is going to go into touch. Good defence there from Gilroy Mount Maria College. Desperation. They're behind on the scoreboard, but they haven't given up.
I think that's what you take away into the next match.
Yeah, true.
There's some takeaways here. Some good takeaways. And they'll see where they'll regroup this afternoon and see where their pool finishes. These players could meet again in the future.
Yeah, and if you look through the results, the scoreline sometimes, as we always said, don't reflect. Here's an error now here from Gilroy. And they're going to be pounced on by Mount Maria. They want to get another try here. 10 metres out. Just under 2 minutes remaining. Neil loses that one, knocks it on. So relief there. He's hanging on, Gilroy.
His mind went a little bit ahead. He was ready for the next play. But I think this scoreline does reflect that Mount Maria, Mitchelton are the stronger team in this first game. There's certainly some things to work on for both teams.
Yeah, so what I mean but if you look at the draw, unless you watch the game, which you can do, of course, you're not sure. So, these guys are easy to beat, but they probably had 30% percentage. Yeah, and if they improve on that, they're a different side. And as Michael Crutch has mentioned in previous games here, you can have a side loses the first game and go on and nearly come close to winning the competition.
Well, you can afford some hiccups along the way without. Once you get to Tuesday afternoon, you've got. Those W's need to keep flowing. But
see this man, he's been dynamic, the big fella. Kelly Tapham.
He's enjoyed his game.
Instrumental getting that try in the first half with his barging run. So Mount Maria will also want to try and keep their defensive line intact here. There's a penalty inside the... There you go. So he's given the referee a bit of lip. I was wondering whether, I don't think he's offside, and so the penalty is going to go towards Mount Maria College against the Gilroy Santa Maria player for some. He said to the referee, not really sure.
So the Spirit of the Confraternity might be a bit hard to win from that point, but Must have said something that wasn't quite for 2 points here.
Take 2 points. It is full time. You're going to dart off because your game's up.
I'm going to go and head over. I won't be walking sensibly, and but wish everybody well who's been watching at home, and wish everybody well for the carnival. It's a great